Hey, what's up everybody? So, in my last video I talked about the continuation of the Dragon Ball Super anime. Now, today to keep it more focused on the gaming side of things, I'm gonna talk about what I think and what I want for the next Dragon Ball game. So, let's start by saying what I truly want for the next Dragon Ball game. So, there are a few games, Dragon Ball, that I really love, enjoy, and I would replay anytime. Those are things like Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, is one of my favorite, if not my favorite Dragon Ball game of all time. The Tenkaichi series are really good, Raging Blast is a really good game, and the recently released, that is as of January, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on the PlayStation 4. Or at least as a platform I played it on, and that surprised me really. It has great visuals, a lot of side stuff that you can do, although it simply follows the Dragon Ball Z story. It's been told in a really good way. I know the story from beginning till the end. There were no secrets in the story for me, but still, it's been told in such a good way that I really enjoyed playing through the story once again in a Dragon Ball game. Because there are a lot of Dragon Ball games that simply tell the story from the beginning of Z all the way until the end of Z. So from Raditz all the way up to the end of Buu. Now, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot did something that I was really surprised to see, and that is combining the Dragon Ball Z story, just the story that we know from Raditz all the way up to Buu, and combine it with a bunch of side quests that were actually really interesting to do and dive into, as well as collecting stuff, helping out secondary characters that aren't really all that important, like I think it's Android 13 at one point, which is really cool that these side characters or characters that are really in the Dragon Ball Z anime that come up front and give you a side quest to do for them. So that was really cool. So, to be honest, and I'm pretty sure that will never happen, I want to see a new Dragon Ball Z Budokai game. Now, not a Budokai Tenkaichi game, no arena fighter actually, but a Dragon Ball Z Budokai 4 in the style of Budokai 3. Maybe incorporating what Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 did on the PlayStation 2, because it had that like board moving kind of thing. Which makes me think of a mobile game that I can't get my hands. I think it's Dokkan Battle, but I'm not completely sure about it. But it makes me think about that. And maybe put those two things together and create a new game. And make it Dragon Ball Z Budokai 4. Now, I know that it's not gonna happen, because if there's going to be a new Dragon Ball Z game that is actually a fighting game, or sort of a fighting game, it's gonna be things like Dragon Ball Fighters Z2 or something like a arena fighter like Raging Blast or anything, or the Tenkaichi games. But I would like to see a Dragon Ball Z Budokai 4 or Dragon Ball Z Kakarot 2. But I think that game just released this year, so it's unlikely to see that game getting a sequel this soon. It might get some more DLC. Now, it already got some DLC, which I personally haven't played yet. But I believe that maybe in 2021 we'll see some more DLC coming through. Now, depending on how the Moro arc continues, maybe we'll see something of that, or maybe some characters that were first initially created for the Xenoverse games make their way up to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, or things like Jiren and all the other new characters from the Tournament of Power arc, and put them in a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game. That's probably the most likely thing to happen with that series. Now, besides Dragon Ball Z Budokai 4 and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot 2, I would like to see an original game. Maybe something like a strategy card game. Maybe there is a actual Dragon Ball Super card game out there, physical card game. Maybe bring that into a digital game, so actually a video game. That would be cool. Now, I know that a lot of people probably won't play it or don't even be bothered to pick it up, but I'll probably be interested in it to check it out and see if it's good or not. Now, what I truly believe that I will come out in 2021 or maybe later is Xenoverse 3. Now, hear me out. I am not a fan of Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2 for a few reasons, but the main reason is it just doesn't stick to me. It doesn't speak to me. It's a good game. I can see where the appeal is, especially in Xenoverse 2, because Xenoverse 1 is not a great game. It's pretty buggy. It has some loose ends. It has a terrible netcode, which has improved a little bit in Xenoverse 2, but it's still not good. It's still a pretty poorly designed netcode. But if you're not going to play fully online, or you're not gonna kind of take the online experience to the max after you've done basically everything that you can do in Xenoverse 2, it's not gonna bother you that much, or at least I feel. Now, the new characters that were introducing the Xenoverse saga, or the Xenoverse games, are a good thing. I believe that the more new characters we get, the more odds of them appearing in the anime are bigger, so that's a good thing, and I like to see more new characters, new original stories, like Xenoverse with the Time Patrol. I like that, to see the Dragon Ball franchise expand into games, and that's one thing. But then creating their own story, that's a thing that I really enjoy. Now, besides Xenoverse 3, which probably might happen, although Xenoverse 2 is still a very actively played game, I think it's most obvious that they would go that route. Now, if it isn't Xenoverse 3, what else could it be, right? Like before Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, we had Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is in its core, it's a fighting game. It's basically Guilty Gear meets Marvel in a Dragon Ball jacket. Now, it totally works. It's a great, phenomenal game. I'm not really a tag fighter kind of player, so I don't really hard enjoy it that much. Because single player content can only keep you busy for so long before you have to jump online, or at least to get a challenge. Because I'm not a great fighting game player, but strong enough to get bored from the single player content in a pretty fast fashion. But it looks visually absolutely amazing. Now, beside the million Gokus that are in the game, there aren't really many faults with the game. It's actually a really pretty good game. And because of that, and because it has a pretty big player base, it's probably one of the biggest fighting games today, I think Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 is a possibility. Because they can't keep pushing characters into this one game, because we'll get oversaturated, we'll get even harder to learn, because it's already a pretty tough game to learn and get good at. And it will only get harder and harder the more characters we stuff into this game. So I strongly believe that it's smarter to make a sequel and cut out the characters that weren't really popular in the first place, didn't get any playtime, and fix the characters that were popular but simply because they were OP, put them in the second game, and give us some new characters, because there are a crap ton of characters that haven't been explored yet in this game. Things like General Tao would be actually fucking awesome. Like the original Broly, not the Super Broly, because it's a Super Broly that's in the game, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be cool. Now, besides Xenoverse 3 and FighterZ 2, there is one more thing that I think might be a possibility, and hear me out on this. It's a new title, right? More in the lines of Raging Blast, and there's another game that is a little bit like Raging Blast, but I can't come up with the title. I'll take a look at it later. But maybe that would be just a new original game, or something like Jump Force, but completely Dragon Ball. But hopefully worked out better, because Jump Force is... I'm not even gonna talk about how much crap it is. I bought the game, played it for like 2 or 3 hours, and I was completely bored with it. I even tried characters that are outside the Dragon Ball universe, and even characters that I personally don't know really, but looked cool, and no, it's just not exciting to play. But those are the things that I think might come out. Now, when will they come out? I don't know. 2020 will probably not see a new Dragon Ball game, and if one is getting announced, we're probably in December, because then is the Jump Festa event, and if there's a new anime game announced, it's probably likely gonna be there at that event. So, what games do you want to see? What games do you want to see in the future of the Dragon Ball series? When do you think it will come out, and what is the most likely to be coming out this or next year, in your opinion? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.